right, so it is Monday, October something or other, and haven't given y'all a formal update in the shop progress so far. So let's go in and take a look at how things are shaping up. The office, you guys have seen bits and pieces of it, but this is the original office, and it's aside from some paint, it's almost done, or it is done aside from the paint. New lights. Dad and I put new windows in here. So those didn't have any windows in it before at all, or they were boarded up, so that's a lot nicer. The HVAC is done, so there's now heating and cooling in this space, the bathroom, and my office out here. This wall's been framed all the way at the top, which before it was open. So that separates the bathroom from everything else, which when there's 5 dudes working in a place, it's pretty important. We got new lights in here. Jacob, a buddy of mine, helped pressure wash this whole bathroom, so it's pretty clean for a shop bathroom. Might get swirly and paint the floor one day, but at least it's ready to use. You know, the toilets are fairly clean. Well, that one is. At least one of them. This one's got some weird wooden seat and a little grody, but I think it works. So
the backup toilet.
There's 2, yeah, that's the backup. You really gotta go, you use that one. So yeah, that's everything in here. And then here, we've got the 20 by 25 additional office that we framed in. So it's been skinned now. 2 by 4 walls, load bearing ceiling. It's been skinned on the outside. I'm about to do internet cable and then insulate the walls, and then the drywall crew can come in and knock out the drywall, ceiling and walls. My desk will be back here. I have an L-shaped desk, so that'll fit here real nice. And Spike's desk is gonna be up here, so he can keep an eye on CNC machines and stuff out that window. And there's other space in here, you know, there'll be it'd be cool to have a little couch for chilling, and got the fridge over here already. And got this strange bathroom. This was already here. This was like, it's an elevated, like framed out bathroom, very, very odd, but it's clean enough. So we got a corporate bathroom and then the customer facing bathroom. Here's the new HVAC unit that's all hooked up now, the one we got from Troy. Everything works awesome. It's actually oversized for the space, so it's gonna be able to keep up really, really well. And just in time, you know, it's not hot or cold right now, it's fall, but once winter kicks in, it's gonna be nice to have some heat, so that's good. You can see the windows here on the outside. I just got 2 windows to fill each 4 by 8 hole, so that worked out fine. Cheap vinyl windows, bought them secondhand. They operate and they have screens, you know, the bottom one opens, so that's nice. Got storage up top. Jen and I painted these walls blue over the weekend. This is the blue from the Habitat Restore. It's actually recycled paint. It's made from recycled paint. It's their color, they call it Storm. I love that. It's cheaper per gallon than most interior paints. I, for one, am really partial to this color. I love gray tone blues. It's always been my favorite interior color. And you know, it's not an art project, but it's a shop wall, you know, so it looks way nicer than it has to. We'll hang banners and stuff over here, probably say Lift Arc Studios across the top. Yeah, so that's done, looking good. So this has all been, I cannot wait until this part is done. It's very tedious, it takes a lot of time, not to mention money. Of which I would like to stop spending soon and go back to making it. But speaking of making money, Hunter has been killing it. Hunter's helping us get back up to speed on some fab projects. As soon as I'm off the camera here, I'll be jumping in with him, and either working with him on that project or probably making some more racks, some infrastructure, some material storage stuff. So I've got some plans for that. Magnivan is in its final resting place. I pushed it forward from where it was before. It's gonna live here for some reason. It's all your fault. You know what I realized the other day? It's like, you can go home and leave, and then I'm just left here looking at this going, why the hell is this in the shop? But luckily we have enough space, so I'm not hankering for this space back yet. But you know, the idea of a pretty cool and unique podcast studio is interesting to me, so I'm all for that. I can't wait to start putting out episodes of the Lift Arc After Dark podcast that will be filmed theoretically inside the Magnivan if we can get it to stop smelling like rotten wood and neglect. But we'll put it on jack stands so it's not sitting on 40-year-old tires and it doesn't rock around quite as much. The Magnivan's rocking. You should replace the tires. So this is here, and then we've got the fab area set up pretty much. I spent the weekend hanging banners. Of course, Arc 3 and all the people that have helped us out over the years. We've got some more to go up later. But we've got our two main tables situated and perfectly leveled. So that table is leveled up and squared and everything, and same with this table. So of course we love our Langmuir Systems fixture table kiosk that we've made. This will be precision work, TIG welding, that sort of thing. I set up this corner pretty much exactly how we had it in the old shop, because if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And it's actually kind of nice to know where to turn for things, because you kind of build up muscle memory over the years. Just like a kitchen, really, you know, when you figure out where everything is, you kind of naturally reach for something. So all the toolboxes and most of the stuff is exactly where it was. And then we start, you know, we've got an opportunity to do things a little different this way. So we've got our hanging rack here for all of our leads and hoses and cables and Hunter and I's welding jackets and such. This little cubby was a sweet steal from a building in this facility that they were getting rid of, and I would love to have 5 more of these. They're so handy, and took a stab at organizing it. Probably reorganize it 4 or 5 times as time goes on, but it's nice to have now. This table at the other shop had a bunch of tools clamped to it, which of course we pulled off to move, and kind of excited about having another work table, although this isn't flat per se. It's a piece of steel versus a fabricated precision welding table. So this is like our tertiary fab table when something doesn't have to be super precise, we have another place to work. So this is feeling good. We have a lot of open space, which is nice. We've made a little grinder / drill press kiosk here. These columns facilitate a cool way to spread tools in these islands. So you've got our grinder, 2 drill presses, and then our V-bore, like belt grinder thing. It's all powered, it all works. You know, it worked out that there's only one of these tools that needed 220, and then we had 4 other 110 outlets. So everything's plugged in, and that's working well. We'll probably end up doing that again with, the roller may live here, it may not. It's still kind of figuring out where we want to put that. There is 220 over there and not right here, so we'd have to get it run right here. But probably just use things where we can use them, and then after we get some jobs out the door, recoup some money, I'll have the electrician come back in here and wire some more things up, like the plasma cutter that hasn't moved over here yet, and a rotary screw air compressor that I'm buying from our friend Jed, which is where I just was. I'm gonna get a nice quiet compressor solution with a built-in dryer so it doesn't echo through the halls here. And that'll allow us to set up a compressor over here and get it all plumbed in before we pull the plug on the old system, so that the Shop Saver plasma can be running until the very last minute. Then we pull it out of the old shop, put it in the new shop, and all the infrastructure to hook to that will hopefully already be here. So minimizing downtime, that kind of thing. Worked on the automotive area a little bit, not really. Still got our 2-post lift to set up. Of course, got the drift car over here for right now, but the lift will go here. So all of our automotive jobs, exhausts, intake stuff, you know, turbo systems, general repair for not only any of our vehicles that we need to work on, but if we want to do any of that chassis repair, rust repair, that kind of thing, we can do it here. Have our own welder over here and all that stuff. Yeah, we're going to be doing, we've got our material storage racks over here. They look much more at home in a place of this size than the old shop. And all that was moved over first, so that hard part's done. We'll refine how we organize material by length and style and kind. Wyatt will have access to a few shelves over here, and I'm going to use some of this material to build a cantilever shelf system on that wall in between the garage doors for sheet stock. So all of our plate and sheet for plasma cutting or otherwise will be organized on a multi-finger cantilever rack, so that we can easily get to various thicknesses and kinds sheet stock. So keep it, we don't have to use this for sheet. We can keep this for dimensional steel, and we'll have our own thing for sheet because we have the space for it now. And then all this will be kept open, so a whole steel truck can drive through here. We can unload it with a forklift, the truck can drive away. Just more efficient, easier to do things, less finagling things through a tiny door on a busy street, which is great. Got the Ellis here, but we'll eventually build a more permanent bandsaw solution. Although this is working fine, Hunter's been using it all morning and his cuts are precise enough. The floor right here, at least, is fairly level. So that works out for a nice in-feed, out-feed bandsaw solution. You pull material right off the rack, go right to the bandsaw and do your cutting. So it's working out great. Wyatt's CNC router is just here for right now. But this area here will be all of our CNC machines, the shop saver, the CNC router, and of course our Langmuir MR1. Yes, we will set it up eventually. I'm chomping at the bit to set it up, but organizing a 9,000 square foot shop by yourself after hours on the weekends is a slow process. And we need to get working again to pay for all this. So it's a juggling act, and I'm really tired, but it's working. That's it. That's the shop update. And yeah, you get back to work and hopefully get the office ready to move in next week. So by the end of this week, I'd like to have a lot of stuff over here finished. And then next week, we can actually move our office and all the guys in our office over here. We'll have internet, hopefully, and be ready to rock. Back to work. Back to work.
Having you by my side, it was such good times, baby, with you by my side. When my work is done, we go back to having fun. Honey, baby, I've been on the road for so long.
To support local. Shout out to Joe over at the Restore. He's awesome. All the paint we've been getting for the office has been from the Restore. It's so good. It's made from recycled paint and recycled expensive paint. So it has all those fancy, one coat coverage characteristics that expensive paint has for $20 a gallon retail. And there's some really cool colors. I'm gonna paint the other office a cool wave color. It's like a turquoise. Why? Because I wanna. Starting the banner wall. We'll put lift arc right there. All right. All right, doors in. Time to move on. These are also lights from the Restore. They are LED panels, 2x4 fixtures meant for drop ceilings, but we're just going to hang them as close to the drywall as we can. Lots of light. I believe they're dimmable, but if they're not, that's okay. I like light.
Spike, what you doing?
Painting. And if you don't like the spots where I painted, we did it.
Yeah, who's your painting buddy?
Paint buddy?
Mm-hmm. How's it your?
I'm Whiteside painting and I don't know what else I do. Something else. Being an old man.
You might be a little overqualified.
Yes, I am. But you know, here we are. We do what we do. I mean, this is part of the contract with being a father, and I'm putting stock in the place right now. You know,
That's fair.
part of my deal.
Nice.
What do you think, everybody? Look at there, not one drop on me, mostly.
Looking good.
I know.
How's the paint working?
You know, it goes on. Paint goes on, it comes off. You know, right? What did they call it? A landlord coat or something? Where you just paint
landlord
over
special.
whatever's there. If it's a little flaky, but hey, you know,
It'll work.
you get what you pay for.
Have you seen the new color, Hunter?
Got blue.
Yeah, it's like teal color.
Yeah, it looks good.
Look cool, a little pop of color. Having a shitty day, you walk in there, you might feel a little bit better.
It's like being on an island vacation.
Yeah. Yep. So, but we're working on some railings out here. Hunter's kicking ass, and we're using our fixture table to locate the parts of a multi-piece railing system. We have, what, 15 panels? Something like that to build that are all the same design but different lengths. So we're building straight edge jigs along the edge of the table that can fixture all the panels regardless of size. So they're consistent, and Hunter doesn't have to make marks on everything and do it the slow and the hard way. We want to go fast but precise. So we got 2 more stops to make.
The
It has
office.
nothing to do with the renovation series, but it does illustrate the duality of my life right now.
The speaking of renovations, the office sounds almost too quiet now that all the insulation's up.
Yeah, good. I can hear myself think.
Yeah, office sounds good. The door closes, it's another world.
It's great. I can't wait to lock it so none of y'all can find them. It doesn't look better, but it is somehow.